Do people ever question your sexuality?
Mm-hmm.
Care to share what it is for the record?
Okay, so I started dating girls in high school, and I only dated girls for a really long time, even through going to college. And then I kind of started talking to guys again. And so now I'm just at a point where I date whoever makes me happy. So whether it's a man or a woman, I just date who makes me happy. So I'm not gonna say I'm gay, I'm not gonna say I'm straight. I just do what makes me happy. But whoever I'm with, that's who I'm with.
And again, for time reference, it's October 2021 now.
Yeah. And I started dating girls in like 2007, 8. So long time.
Now, just for clarification, I know you said that you started dating girls at that point in time, but prior to that,
Mm-hmm.
was your first sexual experience with a guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't like long. It wasn't a big space in between that. Like, so it's crazy. When I first went to, so our school had a ninth grade center, and then the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade were at the main high school. But since I danced in school, our seventh period was at the main high school because it was with all the dancers together. And I couldn't see worth shit clearly, and I didn't have my glasses on. So I'm walking down the hallway one day, and I was like, "Ooh, he's cute!" Like it was a basketball player. And then I learned it was a girl, so I was like, "What the fuck?" Like no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Yeah, no, I liked girls, and so that was like, I was like, damn. And I tried to fight it for a while, but yeah, that's just hard in high school for kids though. Like, and then being on the dance team, girls would be like, "Oh, she likes girls," and it's like, "Bitch, I don't like you." Just like every man don't walk around liking every female. Like, I'm not looking at you. So this shit was hard. So I tried to fight it for a while, and then finally I was like, "Fuck it." And once my parents found out, I was like, I don't care who knows.
What was their reaction?
Whew. Well, I said I had some issues and I didn't want to be at home. My mom wasn't too happy about it at all. My dad, he was just kind of like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So, but my parents are divorced, so yeah, it wasn't good at my mom's house at all.
What was your living arrangements like back then?
I lived with my mom, my sister, and my stepdad. But I left my mom's house when I was 17 due to those issues. And I went and lived with my grandmother on my father's side. And that was like a complete culture shock, life changing situation. So when I got the chance to leave when I turned 18 and was time for college, I left.
How did they find out?
On fucking Facebook. No, MySpace. On MySpace. My godbrother called me. Was like, "Hey sis, I just want you to know, mom seen XYZ on your MySpace and she's on her way to your house." I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, okay. As soon as we hung up the phone, my mom come busting in the room with printouts. It's like, "So you think you fucking gay?" Like going off on me. And I was like, I just didn't say anything. I already knew. And she kind of like shipped me off for the summer to live in Mississippi with my grandmother.
Now, what is your relationship with her like these days?
We're great now. We're good now. We didn't talk for about, 2009 until maybe 2014. We didn't have any communication, but we're great now. My son loves her to death, and I can't get rid of her now. She's always at my house with my baby. That's who has him now at home. So,
How were things able to get back on track? How did that happen?
ooh, um, my college graduation, she ended up coming to, and then I don't know. It's kind of like just having something you've been missing for so long. So I just kind of let it go. It was difficult, but I was try to let it go because I was like, I'm in a good spot. Like I'm doing great. I'm taking care of myself. Um, I don't want for shit. I don't need for shit. I learned how to do everything on my own. So I just try to let it go.
Just for context,
Hmm.
when you had your first child, was this after you graduated?
Yes, I had my son at 25. Yeah, 25.
And what age were you when you graduated, if you could remember?
23, 22, 23, something like that. The normal, I just did 4 years, so.
So the graduation kind of breaks the ice between you two.
Mm-hmm. And then when I got pregnant, she was like, you have to come home. I was like, all right. And so I moved back home. During my pregnancy, I moved back home.
Now, because you hadn't been talking for quite some time, when you were going to graduate, was it something that she knew of? Like, was she keeping tabs on you and knew you were about to graduate? Was it something you actually reached out to her about?
I think she kind of knew from other family members. So, um, I really don't know who exactly, because I didn't reach out because I was at a point where I wasn't reaching out anymore because I tried for so long. Um, but she did reach out, and she came down there to Louisiana. Her and so I have both sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side, and so yeah.
So when she comes for the graduation, had you guys talked or
Not much.
okay.
Not much. It was a little awkward, honestly, but I mean, it's just a dope moment. And then also, I graduated and my dad graduated the same week. So I was just really focused on that.
When it comes to your sexuality, was that something that was brought up and talked about at some point with her since you guys have reconnected?
Mm-mm.
That's just not a conversation.
No, I feel like growing up, I was really, really, really sheltered. So a lot of stuff was not talked about with me. And I'm really, I guess from being so sheltered, I'm really like closed in. So even now, like I might talk about stuff with my friends that I just do not discuss in front of my family because I just wasn't raised that way. So I don't know. It's just weird as hell. Like I never even probably told my parents I loved them till I was in college. And they told me on a regular, they told me daily, but I just didn't, and I don't know why. I have no fucking clue, but I just didn't. So a lot of stuff just doesn't get discussed. It kind of just gets brushed under, honestly.